Welcome. I'm really excited that you joined me today. And I'm super excited to share the information about affirmations and the power of affirmations. If we've never met, I'm Deborah Loader, a certified health and wellness coach, and I specialize in resilience, helping women recognize resilience, build resilience, and create the life they want with resilience. We're going to be together about 20 minutes or so today. If you have any questions, please let me know, or any comments. All right, let's jump in. What are affirmations? Affirmations are all about being aware of your emotions. So take a moment to check in with yourself and determine how you're feeling at this moment. An affirmation is a positive statement used to challenge negative or unwanted thoughts. Affirmation, as a word in and of itself, refers to an act of saying or showing that something is true. For example, they nodded their heads in affirmation. Self-affirmation, which is what we're discussing today, just takes that one step further. The official definition from Merriam-Webster reads, "The act of affirming one's own worthiness and value as an individual for beneficial effect, such as increasing one's confidence or raising self-esteem." Based on these definitions, do you feel that self-affirmations would benefit you? How would you currently rate your self-esteem? Just think about it for a moment. What would it be like if we were kinder to ourselves? In general, we're pretty harsh on ourselves. Many of us are more critical of ourselves than anyone else, even people we don't like. Now, why is that? Because we've created negative core beliefs throughout our entire lives. These core beliefs are based on personal experiences and the lessons we take away from them. These beliefs can also come from observing others. For example, if you had a parent who was highly self-critical, highly self-critical, you are more likely to be that way yourself. These patterns of negative thinking develop early and become paths that our brains turn to when it needs an answer. Like if something bad happens at work and you're trying to figure out what went wrong, your brain will begin running through old patterns and beliefs that say, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough. The good news is we can change those patterns. It just takes some practice. I'm curious, would you be interested in a loving kindness meditation? It's super powerful. Sometimes people connect with their life purpose through the expansion of a self-sense that comes with practicing kindness and compassion toward others. It's just as powerful, maybe even more so, when you practice it toward yourself. If you're interested in that, let me know. Send me a message and we can set up a small group to do the loving kindness meditation. Our brains are built to create information that's based on our personal interpretations of patterns and assumptions. When we don't have all the information about something, we fill in the blanks based on the information we already have. Usually, this comes from what others have told us about ourselves or how we interpret others' perceptions. If you've had someone in your life who bullied you or abused you or told you you weren't enough, those negative thoughts tend to stick. That's the issue with assumptions. They're not always accurate, but they can get saved into our subconscious anyway. Now, what are some of the effects of negative thoughts? Negative thoughts, attitudes, and feelings can create chronic stress in the body, which has serious consequences. Imbalances in our hormones and chemicals in the brain, and a damaged immune system, damaged immune response, are just a few of the effects that chronic stress and negative thoughts can have on the body. Have you ever wondered why affirmations work? Affirmations work because of something called self-affirmation theory. This theory begins with the premise that people are motivated to maintain the integrity of self. Therefore, people will reflect on strengths and values when faced with challenges or the need to overcome a barrier. In other words, affirmations help to protect the ego. People seek new, favorable knowledge about themselves as well as ways to revise pre-existing but unfavorable view of themselves. To seek affirmation, someone might post a picture on social media that will garner a lot of attention, or seek direct reassurance from someone in their lives, maybe a family member or a friend, or use something like positive affirmations to provide that information directly to themselves. What do affirmations have to do with neuroscience? The development of self-affirmation theory has led to neuroscientific research about how the brain is affected when we self-affirm in positive ways. MRI scans show that when people practice self-affirmation, certain neural pathways are increased in the self-related information processing part of the brain. This means that those who practice self-affirmation are able to effectively change the way they process information about themselves. Happy thoughts? Happier lives. Positive affirmations help us to respond in a less defensive and resistant way when we're presented with threats. This is because by developing a better sense of self, we basically boost our self-esteem and feel capable of handling difficulties when they come up. But what's the difference between affirmations and mantras? I mean, some of you have heard of mantras, right? Which are similar to affirmations, but also a little different. So I would like to take a moment now just to make a distinction between the two. Technically, mantras are sacred words, sounds, or verses that carry more spiritual meaning than affirmations. In contrast, affirmations are described by the Psychology Dictionary as brief phrases repeated frequently, which are designed to encourage positive, happy feelings, thoughts, and attitudes. Positive affirmations are not designed to be cures for mental diagnosis, nor are they a substitute for clinical treatment. However, they can be a beneficial tool. If you're struggling with anxiety or depression, or you know someone who is, it's likely that you have a negative view of yourself. So affirmations can be a great thing to incorporate into your wellness routine that you co-create with your healthcare practitioner. Now, we've covered a lot of information, and I want to take a moment to remind you that affirmations aren't supposed to be complicated, stressful, or a chore. There are no rules for practicing affirmations in terms of how often you practice, the length of your phrasing, or what you say, but there are a few tips. So let's take a closer look. Your first step: increase awareness of your thoughts. We go throughout our days being mean to ourselves without even realizing it. We look in the mirror and think, yuck, and then we just continue throughout our day. We eat a donut and think, shame on you, and then don't even think twice about how mean we are to ourselves. When we allow ourselves to get away with thinking these thoughts, we set a precedent for our own behavior. By increasing your awareness of when and how you speak to yourself or think to yourself, you'll be able to correct your thoughts and begin reforming patterns of understanding. We want to pinpoint negative thoughts. And becoming aware of your negative thoughts will help you in your fight to reverse them. However, these thoughts can be hard to catch because we've become so accustomed to allowing them. If you'd like, start off by looking in the mirror and paying attention to where your mind goes. Are your thoughts negative or positive? Are you focused on a specific part of your body? And if so, ask yourself where those thoughts came from. Also, consider if you have any triggers. Consider situations that might trigger negative feelings. For example, putting on a swimsuit can be a trigger for many people. Speaking in front of a group of people can be one too, as can approaching someone new for friendship or networking purposes. Triggers create a surge of negative self-talk and emotions like, they'll never talk to me. What have I got to offer? Or I'm so bad at speaking in front of people, I'm just going to waste their time. Take a moment to consider what triggers your negative thoughts. Another tip is to create affirmations based on your values. If the words you speak don't have any personal meaning to you, they probably won't work. That's why it's important to create affirmations for yourself based on your own values and beliefs. A good rule of thumb for creating affirmations is to begin your sentence with the phrase, I am. A couple other tips are, keep it in the present tense. Be as specific as possible. Be brief. Also keep in mind that the subconscious mind can't differentiate between negative and positive. So if you want to be successful, don't use an affirmation like, I don't want to be a failure. The subconscious will dwell on the word failure and skip out on the intention that's behind that. So be careful in how you word your affirmations. If you need inspiration, search online for a video of guided affirmations, or there's an app, actually there's 3, Think Up, Shine, and Unique Daily Affirmations. We repeat affirmations so that they sink deeper into our subconscious mind. Now, whether you take 5 minutes to repeat your affirmations each morning or sprinkle them throughout your day, repetition is an important part of helping your brain soak up the information you're trying to give it. Spend more time focusing on your affirmations by integrating them into a meditation practice. This is a great way to intentionally spend time thinking about your affirmations and train your mind to take them seriously. Now, if you don't meditate, that's okay. Just try repeating them in your head as you go for a walk, maybe practice yoga or go for a run, while you're swimming, maybe cleaning the house, or just doing some light physical activity. Get creative and use affirmations for screensavers, or write them on Post-it notes and pin them up on your wall or your mirror. If you're finding it difficult to remember to practice your affirmations, consider incorporating them into your morning routine. When you make your coffee, while you drive to work, while you brush your teeth. And what time of day might work best for you? Mornings? Or maybe before you go to bed. So I thought I'd give you a couple examples, just maybe to kind of kickstart. So here are a few. I am fit, healthy, and happy. I am committed to my health. I am confident and strong. I am beautiful, strong, and courageous. So can you think of an affirmation? Each one of us is unique, and we have unique hopes and dreams, and also unique past experiences. If you aren't sure of an affirmation or you're struggling to come up with one that feels meaningful to you, let me know. Reach out and we can have a short chat just to brainstorm some ideas. Now also, I have used a ton of resources to put today's workshop together. If you'd like to have a list of these resources, please let me know and I can send you the entire list of the resources. I'm so grateful to all of you for joining me today. I had really a great time connecting with you, and I hope you learned something that will help you add loving kindness and compassion to your life. Remember, your thoughts lead directly to your feelings. Your feelings influence your actions, and your actions predict your results. If you are not happy with the results of your life right now, let's choose a different thought. Let's find an affirmation that will positively affect the way that you're thinking. Your life will never be the same. Let me know if you would like to participate in the loving kindness meditation. Also, if you want to keep up with all the cool stuff, you want to join our Facebook group, Healthy and Happy Living. And I will put that Facebook link into the chat, and I look forward to seeing you there. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me with questions or comments, either here or private message. I'm here to support you. I will put my contact information up at the end of this webinar, and it has my website, email, phone, the Facebook groups that you can contact me with. So thank you again for joining me. Until next time, I invite you to live well.